Yo, this is Happy 7, and today I'm gonna keep playing the Mystery Files of Detective Inaba. Last episode, we got stuck from an avalanche, and we were in a bus, and then we found this supposedly, but I think, in my opinion, obviously, not abandoned mansion that we just decided to fucking stride into like we own the goddamn place. So, hopefully, things turn out okay. Oh. Mr. Inaba, so that's where you were. Everyone's already gathered together. Oh, you guys are already done? Yes, sir. Come on, hurry up before it gets cold. Hey, you made it. Oh, I'm impressed. This looks divine. It really does look rather nice, doesn't it? Wow, it took him a fat second to make all of this. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's eat. Oh, I don't know, the fucking owner? This is just delicious. Thanks, man. My compliments to the chef. I wasn't talking about you. Oh, come on, Mr. Inaba. Huh? Mr. Akashi? I think he's joking. Hey, what is this bullshit? Somebody better say something, damn it. Can't be. What is this? Dr. Hirama, could you please check him out? Doctor? Oh, yes, of course. You'd think he was joking. Was he joking? It's just as we feared. He was poisoned that I checked in 3 seconds with no medical supplies. Oh boy. It's almost certain it was slipped into his meal. How is this possible? I'll tell you how, you son of a bitch. Whoa, hold up there. Why would I go and do something like that? Yeah, good question, especially considering he was... I mean, it doesn't make sense. Why would he do just the bus driver, first of all? Well, yeah, just the bus driver. I mean, it's not like you could pin it on, like, you know, racism or sexism or something like that, because they appeared to be the same in those regards. I think that you would just chop it up as... oh, maybe some of the food was poisoned before he started making it, and he happened to get the bad end. He's right, you know. I was right there the whole time. If Mr. Nakashaki tried to slip in poison into his meal, I'd have noticed. And who's to say you're not accomplices? All right, you novelist. But Aremura, I never expected you. Oh my God, people are fucking dumb. Not you too, Mr. Inaba. It was a joke. Learn to take it. Not funny. I agree. Well, oh my God. Speculations aside, let's talk facts here. Both Mr. Nagashi... Jesus, I can't do it anymore. Nakagishi and Mr. Aribara were involved with meal preparations. Thus, the spotlight of suspicion falls on them. Why, yes, that's correct. By this admission, shouldn't we confine these two somewhere? You want to lock us up? I'm certain there was a storage room of sorts on the first floor and that could be locked from the outside. How about we keep them in there for the night, or at least until help arrives? Wow, you are kind of a dick. Hey, hold your horses, people. You really want to lock up a man and a young woman together in a tiny area like that? Oh, you don't have to worry about that, Mr. Detective. You're just a tad too young for my taste. That's a different issue entirely. Really, no. Isn't confinement going to a bit too far? I agree. You'd rather have a potential killer just strolling around instead? Could you rest peacefully knowing every breath you take might be your last? Not if you put it that way, but... Dr. Harima? Not much room for debate, huh? If we want to get back everyone's trust, we'll just have to go along, as they say. Oh, don't fret, Harimura. Oh, Mr. Damn it! Did it again. There are some times where it automatically changes it, and then I press enter because I think it's done. Mr. Inaba, you're so mean. This farce has gone on long enough. Move it, both of you. That was some fast-working poison. Well, I'm surprised nobody asked Nakagishi if there was anybody else who came into the room as they were cooking. So, hard to believe how this turned out. First of all, I should examine the room thoroughly. Could This be our elusive murder weapon? How did it end up getting dropped over here? What is it? A Zippo lighter! Akashi's body has become cold and rigor mortis set in. Harima said that he died from poisoning, but when and how did it get introduced to the food? How did the killer administer the poison? If the poison was applied at the time of the food preparation, then everyone, not just Akashi, should also have been affected. And perhaps it was instead applied to his tableware? But the suits were not particularly assigned. Could the target not have mattered? I've examined everything I can here. Now then, what should I investigate next? The boogeyman is just walking around here. There's a crack in the large mirror. There's no way a mirror can suddenly crack on its own. After all, to assume the poltergeist is responsible is just ludicrous. Something's awry. Now that I look in greater detail, there's an input device attached on this door. However, I don't have the slightest idea of what the passcode could be. Is there a hint that I could have overlooked somewhere? Dang it, it won't let me guess. Does something happen, Doctor? Oh, Mr. Inaba. No, it's just that Mr. Komatsu entrusted me with the storage room key, claiming that I seem the least threatening out of everyone. He wished for me to shoulder the burden instead. My apologies, but I cannot do that. You were the closest with Miss Arimura, so if you happen to let her free, my image would be tarnished beyond repair. I cannot say that you're wrong. I apologize once again. I confess that I, too, believe that a method as uncouth and as confident is going a bit too far in this matter, even if it is to keep all of us safe. But I can't begrudge the others for being on guard, especially after what happened. We now have a homicide on our hands. We must let them serve their time in confinement and see what happens next. I suppose so. Without the proper key, there's no way to open the door. I really hope it doesn't pull a Black Mirror where it's like, it was you all along. Because that'd be a little too predictable. Locking them up is the only option we have. After what happened today, we must take every precaution. Yeah, you're a bit presumptuous, aren't you? I mean, you're not taking any time to think about the obviousness of, you know, why? Why would they do it? To the bus driver of all people. I just, what do they have to gain? What were they gonna loot his corpse secretly? Oh, cool, dude! I just made an extra $50. The hell is your problem? Can't you see I'm thinking? Get out of my face! I'm gonna fucking. I really hope this guy dies next. He should have been the first to die. I would have been like, I don't see a problem. You know, no problem here. This guy's been nothing but rude to everyone. All right, turn the music. Turn the music off. I'm kidding. Let's see. The set of keys are placed back on this rack. Did Mr. Akashi return them? Apparently, I mean, I guess. Wait, what? Dang it! I saved down there, I guess. Oh my God, 20. Yeah, in case you really want to try to see if you can get every ending without knowing where they are. Alright then, I guess we'll go upstairs. Oh, we were upstairs already. Door's locked. Nothing. Oh wait, this mirror. There's a memo posted to the mirror. 3 plus 2 equals 5, 4 plus 13 equals 5, 14 plus 17 equals circle, 15 plus 18 equals square, hint 13 equals 1. Huh. Well, if 13 equals 1, then 14 plus 13 is indeed 5. So some kind of clue? Obtain numbers memo. Yeah, can I look at that? Good. Stop saving down there. Can I delete that? Nope. Alright then. Nothing in there. And nothing in there. Okay, well then I guess I'll just go back to the passcode area. passcode area. The area with that passcode. Here we go. Oh, it's only 2 numbers? Oh, circle square. Okay. 14 plus 17 equals circle. 15 plus 18 equals square. Alright, well, Well, if 13 is 1, then 14 is 2. 2 plus 17, well, if 17 is 2 plus 4 is 6. And then 2, 3, shit, this is difficult. Okay, 15 minus 13 is 2, plus 1 is 3. 18 minus 13 is 5, plus 1 is 6. So 6, and then this is. I don't even know if I'm doing this right, because I don't see what the relevance of those first 2 things up there are, other than to give you some sort of reference, I guess. But okay, 14. That's 2 plus 4, 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. And then 3 plus 6 is 9. So 7, 9? You unlock the door. Hey, there we go. Okay, cool. The owner must be quite the book collector. Every last book here seems to... Oh, okay. How did this book get here? A large variety of mystery murder novels penned by an unknown author are stacked on the shelves. Only the culprit is telling the truth. Can you figure out who the culprit is? What is with this book? Why would it land on this page? These pieces of paper weren't there before. No, I must have been negligent and simply overlooked them before. That's the only logical answer. Person A, I am the culprit. Person B, person A isn't the culprit. Ah, okay. I like these. It's kind of like the liar's room in Ebe. Person D, person C is the culprit. Person C, person B is lying. Person A isn't the culprit. And what does person A say? I am the culprit. Alright, well, I think that this is the owner's study room. I think person A is the culprit then, right? Person A, assuming person A is the culprit, person A isn't the culprit. Right, but person C says that person B is lying, and person D says person C is the culprit. But it did say only the one telling the truth is the culprit, and if person C is lying about person B, then person A wouldn't be the culprit. But he'd be, yeah, which means that he'd be lying. That person C was telling the truth, but then person D would be lying. And so would person B, I guess, right? Person A isn't the culprit. Oh no, well then we'd have. Yeah, I don't know. It's either C or A. That much is certain. This book doesn't have the name of an author on it either. What's this? It seems to be a book about struggling futilely. The title of the book reads The X Murders. Do you want to read it? Yeah. Mr. X killed a woman in the kitchen of his mansion. After that, he tied a rope around the novelist's neck and strangled him. Next, he pushed the carpenter out of the window, who fell to his death. He took then the chef and chopped him up limb by limb. Finally, tried to kill the last 3 men who were still inside the mansion. He set it on fire. What could drive him to commit such atrocities? Mr. X won't even give you the pleasure of ever knowing, as he threw himself into the blazing inferno of his own residence. Killed a woman in the kitchen of his own mansion. Well, he didn't kill a woman. He killed a man who was Akashi, Mr. Akashi. But maybe that wouldn't matter. But that is unfortunate because it's Mr. X could also be Miss X or Mrs. X. So he tied a rope around the novelist's neck and strangled him. Next, he pushed the carpenter out of the window, who fell to his death, and he took the chef and chopped him up limb by limb. Finally, to the last 3 men who were still inside the mansion, he set it on fire. You know, I think, what's her name? Sorry. Oh, it doesn't show it there anymore. I think Inaba's assistant did it. I'm not going to draw conclusions because there's not nearly enough evidence for that, but, you know, obviously that would be interesting. Miscellaneous goods are stored here. Alright. The waste paper basket is empty. A large variety of murder mystery novels penned by an unknown author stack the shelves. Only the culprit is telling the truth. Can you figure out who the culprit is? Ah, it actually wants me to answer. I wonder if we'll get a penalty if I get it wrong. I think it's person A. Well, okay. Person A says he's the culprit. Person B says person A isn't the culprit. One of them is lying, and whoever is lying isn't the culprit. Person B is lying. Okay, assuming person C is telling the truth, person B isn't the culprit. I mean, person B could be, actually. If person C is telling the truth. Person C is the culprit. I think it's person B. The door seems to have unlocked. Ka-cha! Look at me fucking go. And there are even more books here. The authors' names are not on these books either. The novels on this shelf. They're all by Shigetaka Komatsu. They stand out compared to all the nameless authors elsewhere. I should talk to him about this. I agree! None of these books have the author's name on them either. Do I lock the door from the outside? Ah, well. This looks like the owner's master bedroom, surrounded by a library. There are clothes stored in here. Okay. Miscellaneous goods are strewn about inside. Murder mystery novels are scattered about, cluttering the desk. And there's a chest. Miscellaneous goods are strewn about inside. Alright then. The book and the scraps of paper have disappeared. Okay. Now you know somebody's deliberately messing with you, and I love it. God, this is cool. Alright, well, let's go talk to the author. I can hear a voice coming from Komatsu's guest room. Someone there with him? Was it that one? I don't remember which. Ah, the good detective. Is something the matter? Not at the moment. However, to be frank, Mr. Komatsu, there's something I'd like to ask of you. Did I interrupt something here? I sense a tinge of hostility in the air. Nothing you need to stick your nose in. Nothing pressing, Mr. Inaba. Now then, what is it what you wanted to ask for? I found something akin to a library here. Oh, I am listening. And? There, I happened to find some novels written by you. No, it'll be more true to say that there were bookshelves, that these bookshelves were filled from wall to wall with crime fiction. Could it be that this is your estate? I can't fathom any other explanation. I fucking knew it. You're a damn criminal. A killer. You don't know what I'm capable of. You'll be fucking sorry. This guy is hilarious. Oh, and he proceeds to run away. Explain. That genius deduced that I was the killer behind the poisoning, somehow. And what was his evidence? Mr. Nakagashi was the one who went to invite the others to the dining room, so I was the first to enter. Since he was busy gathering everyone, I was all on my own in there the entire time until Mr. Nakaya came in. I see. You know, that is somewhat suspicious, not to mention you seemed to try to take a pretty aggressive approach, and when you do something like that, people don't suspect you as much. You know, when you take authority, like, these people need some sort of punishment for doing what they did. People, you know... I don't know, it seems to be the way to go if you don't want attention drawn to you, is to blame other people. But I suppose you gotta do it not in moderation. If you do it too much, then you get suspicious fast. Due to being able to operate on your own for an extended period of time, you're under suspicion of poisoning the food. Something to that effect. Personally, I think it's all preposterous. Well, personally, I think that you putting those two in the cellar was preposterous. How would you say that? It's not a bad bit of a conjecture. If I were the killer, I wouldn't resort to such dullard standards. I'm not a simpleton that would kill in a way that so clearly links itself to me and arouses suspicion. Sounds like something the killer would say. Your pride as a murder mystery novelist is well intact, I see. Furthermore, though, I had the opportunity. I had no motive whatsoever to kill the victim, a mere bus driver. I had only just met him today, after all. Well, potentially, I mean... Oh, yes, and to return your original question, this mansion having a surplus of my novels within is no proof that this is my estate at all. I'm sure you're well aware that my novels are available for anyone to purchase at their local bookstore. Duly noted. I thank you for your time. I just want to say one last thing, my good detective. Yes? Crack this case wide open. Will do. I'm starting to get pretty tired. Maybe I should go to sleep for the night. Yes, I'm sure nobody will kill somebody while you're asleep. Is this your bed? I don't know where his bed is. How convenient that there's this many guest rooms. Nope. Oh, hey, you're back. What happened? I don't think I'll be able to get any sleep tonight. Oh, then who the hell is guarding them? Not that it's a problem that nobody's guarding them, in my opinion, but just curious, because they seem a hell of a lot more concerned about it. Up here? No. It was that room, but down here. Oh, there's nobody guarding it. Okay, cool. Bunch of hypocrites. Is this my bed? Nope. Ah, here we go. So you get some sleep for the night? Yes. How did I end up in this mess? This room is a lot bigger than I thought it was. Sheesh, you have no problems for sleeping this off, Mr. Nakagishi. Huh? I thought I just heard something. Ah. Is that a little girl's voice? Oh, that's not who I thought it was at all. I must be imagining things, yeah. Mr. Inaba. It's raining today, too. Ate too many beans last night. No, I'm just kidding. That was probably a stomach. And that right there is telling me it's breakfast time. Yeah. I wonder if Arimura will be able to cook me something this morning. I need to get my hands on the storage room key. Alright. Well, I think I'll end the episode there, since it's a new day. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then please leave a like and subscribe to join the Chorus Rebellion. If you have any suggestions for games for me to play, or ways to make my comments even more enjoyable, don't hesitate to leave a comment. I am really enjoying this game. That's about it. See ya.